On Fridays, we like to check in with the state that serves up the offbeat, sometimes the serious, sometimes the gross, but they always serve up something. This is Friday Fabulous Florida.
It's time for Friday Fabulous Florida.
There is a gigantic alligator in my kitchen.
A look at the weirdest stories from our weirdest state.
We'll start with the weird, and honestly, we've seen this particular configuration of weird before in Florida. The police chief of Tampa has been placed on administrative leave. Isn't that that's the best kind of leave, everybody, because you're still getting paid, but they're trying to send a message. She was flashing her badge at a deputy who stopped her while she and her husband were riding. If you guessed golf cart, give yourself a ding. That is the... Well, we'll just put it this way. When people get inebriated in Florida, they oftentimes default to the golf cart. Anyway, that's what happened here. Police Chief Mary O'Connor and her husband were stopped after allegedly riding in a golf cart that didn't have a license plate. It appeared that they might have been inebriated as well. Body
Are you willing
camera.
to bet your lunch?
Body camera. That there's alcohol involved is what you're saying. Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet my lunch that there's alcohol involved.
Body camera footage actually shows O'Connor flashing her badge to the Pinellas County Sheriff's deputy and asking the deputy to just, quote, let us go. Don't take my word for it. Fabulous producer John Daly actually has the video, and we'll play it for you
Fabulous
now.
producer
So
John
go for
Daly.
it, John. Here they are being approached by the sheriff. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it.
Good evening.
How you doing?
Good. I'm Deputy Chief of the Sheriff's Office. Stopped you because you driving tag or unregistered vehicle with no tag on it on the roadway.
Yeah, we went to the club. It was closed, so we went over and picked up some.
Is your camera on?
It is.
I'm the police chief in Tampa.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
I'm hoping that you just let us go tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm doing good.
Now that you say you look familiar, so
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
okay. So, all right, folks. Well, have a good night. Staying over here in East Lake Woodlands.
You
Yeah,
live
we
in
live-
East Lake Woodlands.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, it's nice to meet you. So, I'm Deputy Jacoby.
Okay.
Same here, my friend.
All right.
Take
so-
care of yourself.
All right.
Sorry
Take care.
to bother you.
All right, no worries, no worries. Like I say, we have a lot of problem with the golf carting around here. You know, everybody
No,
can
we
tell.
don't normally come out.
We
but
never
the club
come
was
out.
closed,
We
so we saw
never,
went up to
never.
the Greek place to get some food.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, then we'll take care. And it was nice meeting you.
All right.
Oh, all right.
You ever need anything, call me.
Okay.
Serious.
All right. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome. So
Thank you for your service.
thank you for yours.
Thank
So take care.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you.
Have-
Right. Wow, there you go. Nicely done. There's a lot going on. You realize the professional courtesy that they're all affording each other.
And we have an update. She has resigned.
Yes, well, it happens. I don't know.
What?
I'm just saying it's a.
There's never been anything like this.
I think
Is
there's
it
been
me,
a lot
or-
like this.
Did the officer sound
it
like
happens
he
a
was
lot.
loaded?
Well, that's what I said to John before we went on the air. We looked at the video and I said, "Man, the officer sounds tipsy to me."
I mean,
I
the
don't
story's
know.
about her, but the officer's like, got a lot of golf cart problems.
Oh my!
If you want to look it
God.
up, it's a great story. They have a police captain questioning her, and the audio's been released. And he's asking her why she's giving the business card, and she says she gives it to everybody. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Well-
Eric's like, if you ever need anything, you call me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not fake. That's real.
yeah, that is. Yeah, if you ever need anything, call me.
What is
A
that?
Florida,
mean?
a
that a
Florida
bribe?
man faces charges for slapping a police horse on the butt.
Oh,
This happened in Pinellas County. He's 27 years old. Alicia Lalani is his name. Walked up to them while they were on duty, used an open hand to slap the rear of the animal, according to the St. Petersburg cops. The horses were wearing police insignia and flashing blue lights when Lalani approached them. He told them he didn't know that he was not allowed to hit the horses.
what?
What?
Aren't police canines and horses technically officers?
Supposedly, yeah. Plus,
So
you know,
that's
you're
a-
clearly Yeah, I mean,
That's assault of an
yeah,
officer.
it is. They charge him with battery on a police horse, believe it or not. And you're also trying to startle the horse to get the cop to fall. I mean, it's clear what's going on there. So, good luck.
Yeah, because it's common to just walk up to a horse and slap it. Go ahead.
Workers at Newark's Liberty International Airport were called to catch a garter snake that was on board a United Airlines flight that arrived from Florida, from Tampa.
Snakes on a plane? No.
Snakes on a plane. Get these Monday through Friday snakes on this Monday through Friday plane. The airport's wildlife operations staff and Port Authority Police Department officers met United Flight 2038 at the gate and removed the garter snake. But imagine this thing is crawling around. It was later released into the wild, said the Port Authority. No one injured. Operations not affected. They called the appropriate authorities, say, this is a quote, to take care of the situation. Yeah.
You know who can take care of the situation?
Here is a situation.
Yeah, right.
Joe Box.
Brady. Joe Box and...
Joe Fish, Sal the Shoemaker, Joe Box, and Little Anthony.
Oh, Joe Box is our favorite because Joe Box is a listener and viewer of this show.
But they have family in Jersey.
Yeah, that's true. I never...
Joe Box and Little Anthony.
True. Mobox brother.
Mo Black's brother, Fat Andy.
Who could come over, maybe assist. Anyway, yeah, good point. Jersey is the place for Joe Box to shine. I'm the world's hottest scientist who wrestles alligators and also models, says Rosie Moore. She spends her day...
career? No, you get to be whatever you want to be, sister.
I think she gets to do whatever she wants to do, if I can just say it. Lovely gal. Lovely gal. She spends her days dealing with pythons, sharks, and alligators. Wow.
If you get it in order, you get extra points.
Python, sharks, and alligators. But she is a 26-year-old who is often compared to Hannah Montana because of her glamorous side. And she, on her glamorous side, you can see, is a model. She works in Florida for Delray Beach's Coastal Water Resources Management Team, comes face to face with deadly creatures that people would usually avoid, but she loves it. The geoscientist is also signed as a professional model, and her Instagram is filled with impressive brand deals and collaborations.
That's not fake. That's real.
Look at that.
Mommy, when I grow up, I want to be a scientist who wears a bikini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, Mark, you could collab with her.
I think she's a collabor and I'm a collabor. Let's collab together. I did a show called Shark Attack Experiment Live. And it was
That sounds
live.
like a good idea.
It was live from the Indian Ocean. Okay. Imagine it was on Nat Geo. And it was a big show, man, down in South Africa. And we were live from the Indian Ocean and the boat was pitching like up and down. And I'm mentioning it in this context because they had models on board. All of these glamorous models. They looked like this
Like
this
emotional
beautiful
support
model we're
models.
talking about. Yeah, well, they were researchers. They looked like this Rosie Moore we're talking about. So you imagine you got a boat of models. There was more than that. There were also people who had been involved in shark attacks as well. But one of the things they were doing was dropping these scientists / hot model types into the water, shark-infested waters off the coast of South Africa. So it was like that kind of show. It was really to show, though, that sharks are endangered. There was kind of a decent sort of message at the bottom of it all, but the idea was to get viewers by dropping people into these shark-infested waters.
You know, they were dropping the wrong people. You drop a skinny model girl into the water.
Yeah, sharks aren't interested.
There's no meat on those bones.
Never even came up in a meeting. You're right.
You drop a girl who can go chunky dunking in the ocean in there. Watch what happens.
That's
Ooh, it's a wild idea, but it just might work.
Maybe for the next one. The problem with the show, in addition to whatever, conceptual issues there might have been, according to Kim, maybe we're dropping the wrong people in, was it was so stormy and the boat was pitching so much. Everybody was throwing up. It was crazy. We couldn't, the current was too, we couldn't, like when you drop them in, they just go immediately like a mile away. I mean, it was crazy, the undertow and the current. So it really screwed up the whole thing. We had a really rough time. But everybody looked like this model, Rosie Moore. Yeah, pretty
Tough
incredible.
Gig, Mark. Tough gig.
Yeah, it was a test. Somebody had to do it. A Florida man is arrested with a meth pipe after climbing a tree in an attempt to escape law enforcement.
That never works.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a wild idea that will never work. No,
wild
an idea that just won't work.
He did
Yeah.
take it to the next level.
According to Hernando County Sheriff's Office, a deputy tried to stop a man on a bicycle in the area of Navy Drive and Twin Dolphin Drive in Brooksville. Where is that, John? That's
It's right down the street from Publix and Whole Foods.
Yeah. The Sheriff's Office canine and aviation units were called in. Well, they really went after this guy. You try to stop a man on a bicycle, and when you can't, you call in the canines and the aviation unit. Man, that's Florida. It wasn't long before the aviation unit spotted him. He was hiding up in a tree. He climbed down the tree without further incident, had a glass pipe with meth residue on it. He was charged with fleeing to elude law enforcement, providing false information to law enforcement, possession of drug paraphernalia, and resisting an officer without violence.
If you get it in order, you get extra points.
Yeah. Elude law enforcement, providing false information to law enforcement, possession of drug paraphernalia, and resisting an officer. He is being held without bond. Sorry, Kim. He's being held without bond.
And that was my next boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly. You'll have to wait.
We'll have to hold. Yeah.
A Florida man tries to steal from Walmart. This Walmart is filled with deputies. That's right.
That was
I
a
thought you were
wise
going to say
choice.
meth.
I mean, well,
You could have gone either way.
never a bad guess in Florida. This is in St. Cloud, Florida. A Florida man finding himself in handcuffs following a night out at St. Cloud Walmart. A man in the Osceola County Sheriff's Office recently tried to steal items from the retail giant. He may have gotten away with it were it not for the fact that 40 deputies were at the store. And you're saying, why are there 40 deputies at a Walmart? Which is a good question. They were there for a Shop with a Cop event. That's right. So, according to
Not shoplift with a cop.
No. According to a post, the deputies were at Walmart with the forensics team, the community services team, and the sheriff. There were 40 of them there. And this guy tries to jack this Walmart, taking things like perfume, gloves. The sheriff's office said, this is a bad idea, dude. And didn't say it, but we knew it.
What he's got going here is a situation.
It's a situation. He was arrested quickly.
I mean, you wonder, were they all in uniform? Shop with a Cop, they probably were all in uniform.
I would think so. Yeah.
There's 40 of them in there. It's probably highly obvious. What a dummy.
Well, at some point, you turn that corner and you're like, oh, crap.
Yeah, I'm in the wrong. Right. I do think that... I think that when you really have your heart set on ripping a place off, maybe you don't scope it out quite the way you should. Yeah.
Or maybe that's the bragging rights. I stole 40
Oh!
cops in the store and I still got away with it.
That's
No,
a good
you
point.
did.
Never been anything like this.
Yeah, that's true. A Florida man accused of stealing over $1,000 worth of toothbrushes. Then he throws them off a bridge.
What wastefulness.
Sounds like a religious thing of some kind. Monroe County, Florida. He's facing charges of larceny for allegedly stealing more than $1,000 worth of toothbrushes. By the way, how many toothbrushes is that to get up to $1,000 worth? I mean, it's not exactly a high-ticket item. This is at a Walgreens.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walgreens in Marathon. And then he throws them off a bridge. 37-year-old Tracy J. Mofield walked out of the store with they're electric toothbrushes.
Oh, okay.
They're worth $1,375. He didn't pay anything for them, so it's a really good deal if you don't pay anything for them. He was in a white Lexus. Where do these people get these nice rides?
By stealing electric toothbrushes.
I guess the caper was working for a while. They found him and the vehicle. He admitted to stealing the toothbrushes, and he said he threw them off the Long Key Bridge in the Florida Keys. He's being held, I'm sorry, Kim, $25,000 bond.
All the good ones always are, you know.
Yeah, it's a really, it's a rough one. John, do I have any story that I missed?
Well, you went through those pretty quick. There's some other stories if you want to add another one.
I like the Walmart. Do you like the Walmart 9-time arrestee?
Yeah.
And this is pretty strong. Okay. I guess Walmart and Walgreens, these are, repeat rich targets for many people in Florida. But in this case, it's a Florida deputy, former, arrested for stealing from Walmart 9 times. I mean, that's some of the serious problem. His name is John Reed, 44. He is caught stealing at the Mulberry Walmart. Where is that, John? That's
right down the street from a Whole Foods.
From Whole Foods. There you go.
That's the second time in the FFF that a Walmart got hit.
That's what I'm saying. They like
and
Walmart.
Talk about shopping with a cop. This is the cop you want to shop with.
Right. He's a former deputy. And investigators said that he committed the thefts by intentionally not scanning items in the self-checkout lane.
Ooh, it's a wild idea, but it just might
People
work.
do that. They go through the self-checkout and they go, that's this one I don't need to scan. A loss prevention officer, meaning a shoplifting cop, right, discovered the thefts after he saw Reed trying to steal 2 hoverboards.
What? Merry Christmas.
Dude, if you're going to do that, do it with a bottle of mouthwash or something. Don't do it with a hoverboard.
Be a little more discreet.
Ooh, it's a wild idea.
It's not.
But it just might work.
It is a wild idea, but it has absolutely no chance of working.
One for me and one for you.
They caught him.
Hoverboards for everybody.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Okay. So they caught him stealing 2 hoverboards, 2 hover carts, and a Christmas projection light system. He went big, He went, ho, 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 ho up, buddy. Ho, whoa, 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 whoa. It's whoa, whoa, whoa. The officer observed Reed on the closed-circuit television, failing to scan the items, then passing all points of sale. Reed accompanied the officers to the loss prevention office, where the officers used the store security system to review a history of Reed's transactions. Once they started looking at his transactions, they said they saw that he was a repeat offender. 8 counts of petty theft followed that one, and 1 count of obtaining property by fraud, 1 count of gross fraud, and 1 count of petty theft for $100 to $750. Other charges are pending. He is really trying to shoot the moon this holiday season. Got to give him a round of applause for the big effort. But sadly, it didn't work, and it will be a lonely Christmas for John Reed, 44, the ex-cop. And that is Friday Fabulous Florida for today.
This has been Friday Fabulous Florida.
There is a gigantic alligator in my kitchen.
Y'all come back now, yeah?
We have to pick a favorite, and it's hard.
Nearly impossible, yeah.
Yeah, but we have to do it. We are duty-bound by the bylaws of the Mark Thompson Show to pick one. So in the chat, you can pick one. I would remind you that we just had the guy, 9-time Walmart hoverboard ripoff expert. The Florida man accused of stealing over $1,000 worth of toothbrushes, then throwing them over the bridge. The guy busted after trying to steal from Walmart, but it was shop with a cop day, and there were 40 cops there, so it didn't work out. The dude arrested with a meth pipe after climbing a tree in an attempt to escape law enforcement. They brought in K-9 and their aviation unit. The world's hottest scientist who wrestles alligators and also models on the side, and the snake sneaking into the United flight from Tampa in New Jersey now. And finally, or I should say, don't forget the guy who slapped the police horse, all right, on the butt. He's being held for battery. And I was going to say, and finally, the Tampa police chief, placed on leave, now has resigned after the golf cart traffic stop. You have to pick one. Sadly, I know it's like picking between children, but Kim, what was your favorite?
Well, the alligator model is very Florida. I love that we have the video of the golf cart and the cop who sounded drunk and I'm going golf cart.
Golf cart. I'm just looking to see what the meth tree alligator wrestler scientist model says. Immortal tiger. Loose says shop with a cop. I do like that story. Alligator wrestler. Yeah, okay, that's the model. Meth tree, shop with a cop, says Tranquil. Sheriff who resigned is strong. I agree. It is strong. How about you? This will be your last chance for now, fabulous producer John Daly. Maybe you come and you do a guest hit on Florida another time.
Yeah, for
but
me,
for
it's
now,
coming down to the police chief who resigned because she's feeling good. And the police officer who got caught stealing the hoverboards. I say go big or go home. So I'm going to go with the shoplifting cop.
I like that shoplifting cop who is getting all those hoverboards and then the Santa lights and all the rest. But for the pure pop of it, this is really a tough one. I'll go golf cart. Yeah, I'm going to go golf cart. I don't know, but I don't feel good about it, but I had to make a choice. So there are no wrong answers, but I'm probably giving you the wrong answer.
How you doing tonight? We're good.
There has to be a drop in there. Must be a drop in there. Meth dude should wrestle the model. Is that what he said? That's pretty funny.